Good morning, YouTube. I thought I'd do a quick garden tour. Well, may not be a quick garden tour because of the size of my garden, but I'll keep it as brief as I can. So I thought I'd start on the patio. As you see, dogs are out. I got caught in a massive shower this morning when I walked them, but everything looks washed and clean. So can you see on this table the luminous green stuff? That's pine pollen. And when I first came to the country and all our furniture outside and everything was covered in it, I actually thought there was a toxic waste spill. And then I realised, living in a pine forest in the spring, everything gets covered in this luminous green pollen, and it lasts for about a couple of weeks. But that's okay. We've just had a nice shower, like I said, so it's cleaned it up a bit. So I thought I'd start out here with the patio plants. The cyclaмен's doing well, still coming on. Also the pots are really perking up now. So they're really coming into their own, and I give that one back there a nice bit of feed, and you see that's starting to flower. And the pots over the other side. So it's all doing well. Try not to go too fast. So these are picking up nice now. And they've got some Obretia and Polyanthus, and that silver stuff. Can't remember what that's called, but they're looking good. And I wanted to show you a really gorgeous plant, that a climber with all the lavender flowers on it. Now I've got it on my phone what it's called because I'm not very good at remembering names. So that is it. It's a Hardenbergia, that's what it's called, and it's gorgeous. I mean, look at it. How could you not like that? Try and do a close-up of the flower. There we go. It's beautiful. So passing the orchid house now. I've got big plans for that orchid house, and hopefully they're going to come into play this weekend, weather permitting, and I'll share it with you next week. So here we are. So this is the first month of spring, September here in New Zealand, and I've got to walk this way with the sun behind me for you to be able to see things, and unfortunately it doesn't give me a very good view on my Samsung tablet. That Erica's doing gorgeous back there, and some great pollies coming on. You can see them down through there. Nice lot of colour. Looking gorgeous. We've got some daffodils coming up. Things are really taking off now. I planted well over 200 daffodils in this along these two borders here last autumn, and they're just peeking through now. So I'm really happy about that. If you can see them back there, look. Can you see them? They're just peeking through. So it'll be great when they all come into flower. It'll look beautiful. So here we go. Really like that Polyanthus, or Polyanthus back there, the blue, purple with the red centre, very striking. Let's see if I can get in closer. There we go. It's looking gorgeous. So got lots of things coming on. I went to my son's at the weekend, and he's got quite a few flowers and things that he's not really interested in. So I went and dug out everything he had. Of course, I had to wait till the bulbs start flowering before I could dig them up. So that's one of them. They probably won't come to anything this year, but of course, like I say, I had to wait for them to start coming up before I could move them. Lovely first flowering camellia, gorgeous red one. Can you see the pollen on it? Pine pollen. There. but that's okay. Right, so coming along here now, some gorgeous daffs there, and that's another one of the plants that I brought from his house. Beautiful white camellia coming into flower. Hopefully get it in focus. There you go, it's gorgeous. Love the limey green centre on that. So, come on, focus, there you go. So, it's around this area. My little sheep. So I've got some nice, I think they were the white bluebells, yes, the white bluebells. So they're quite pretty. And again, that's a group of bluebells over there that I transplanted from my son's, and there. And this little thing's coming away. It's a bit slower because it's a lot darker at the back. It looks a bit untidy with the pine needles, but it's doing well. I'm very pleased with that. So here we are, the other side of that area, walking with the sun behind me. So we're just coming up to the pond. There's another Erica, or heather, as we would call it in the UK there. Daylilies are coming up. Things are really waking up, which is great. Can't wait. Bring it on, bring it on. The pond is okay. We've got a few repairs. We've got to repair the line that goes around to stop the herons. And I've really got to get in there and get it tidied up and sorted out. And unfortunately, I have to go in it. I can't tidy it from the side. So that involves waders, etc. So, got another camellia there, which is coming on really well. It's a delicate pink edging to that one. Oops. So carrying on over to the, can you see all the pine pollen? It clears up. So this is the other pond. Miss Ruby there, you see it all on the decking. All over the decking. The fish are over there, it's even on top of the pond. All the fish are over there if you can see them. I'll try and zoom in. All over there, getting some sunshine. We've still got to fix that waterfall there. The pump's gone again. So, come on Ruby, move over. That's a good girl. Come on. So the irises are coming up down there. Mr. Frog's still lazing. I've got to watch these steps because they're quite slippery when they're wet. My husband put some metal bits on it, was left over from making the orchid baskets to stop me from slipping. So here we are. So this is the front of the area. So this is the front of the pond. So it's all perking up, all waiting up. Lots of pollies around. Bit of colour. The little baby pond, which I've got to clean out. That's the next job. That's one of the daylilies I brought from my son. That was in a crappy old grass in there, so I pulled that out and stuck that one in there. I've no idea what colour it is, so that'll be a nice surprise. Roses are all trimmed up and ready to go. And then we come to the bank, the big bank as I call it. So here we are. So things are waking up. I do all my filming on a Samsung tablet, and it's an application, and it's very limited with what you can do with it. I didn't even know, well, I've never knew I could send private messages, and I found out in order to send a private message you have to go to the desktop version. So you go to your internet browser, you call up YouTube, the desktop version, and on that you can then send private messages. I've only just learnt that, so there you go, that's how slow I am. But anyway, we all learn. So just a couple of more irises I got from my son, and loads more coming up. So that's those. That's those naked lilies or belladonnas. So the flowers have gone and now the leaves come up. They're quite confusing. They do look a bit like daffodil or bluebell leaves. So we're on this other bank now, which is picking up. I got a load of dahlia tubers from my son as well, my son's garden, so I've put a lot of them in here. So they'll come up. Hopefully they'll get enough sun, but they probably won't come up till the end of summer. It'll be a bit slower coming up on this side of the garden. This leaf stuff coming up, which is spreading like crazy, that is some sort of iris. And it spreads underground and it's becoming a bit of a nuisance, so I'm going to have to pull quite a bit of it out because it's really taken over there. And the red fountain grass, which is stunning. It's massive, that one, huge. I do like that one. And down through here. This is a very sheltered spot here. I got things flowering here that really does like more heat. Oh my god, I just noticed a massive weed. 2 massive weeds, they've got to come out. But this particular plant is quite a dry stroke, hot place, and it does really well there for some reason. So around the back of the bank now, which is what I call my challenging area. And I've popped a few things in here from my son's garden. And hopefully they'll spread and come on. I've got these things here are cowslips. I managed to get some of those and I'm really pleased with them. So I'm hoping they're going to grow well back here and I can divide and spread them about. So what did I get from my son? I popped quite a few in here. There's a piece. So that back there is they're like woodland violets, and he had loads of it growing at his place, so I took it all out and I split it all up and I've put it in, bunches, and I've potted it in here, there and everywhere. There's another one there. Hoping it's going to spread and do its thing. Hopefully. Don't get consumed by pine needles. My husband has recently trimmed all these trees up. So all the way along here, he's trimmed them up to give me more light back here and to try and minimise pine needles. But we're not gonna win the battle, so we got to live with what we got here. Work with what you got. You cannot fight nature. Believe me, I've tried and I've lost. So work with what you got. The bank here, the back of the bank, which has got the Japanese anemones, which are all coming. I have tried pulling some of it out from the front and planting it at the back. There's one little one up there, hoping that it's going to populate the back area as well to fill it up. because that's the only thing that I seem to be able to grow back here. It's way too dark, even for hostas really. You see I've put a few bits in at the top there, so I'm hoping that'll survive. But I need to propagate more and put more in. That's just bits I've pulled out and shoved them in. So in here I've got a bare spot, but that should be hostas, giant hostas hopefully. I'm coming around again. I hope this is not too boring. I love walking through here. It reminds me of a woodland, and I call it my own little woodland walk. So we're coming back through now to the junction of the main garden and the back of the pond. And in here, hopefully you can see because the sun... Right, so I've moved so you can see better, the sun behind me. So in here I've got trilliums. So they're just coming up there. I've also got a lily, Himalayan lily, which grows very slowly. This year it should have 2 leaves. Last year it was 1, then the following year 3, so it's going to be a very slow grower, that one. But that's okay. I don't mind. So in here is the hosta bed. And then in amongst it, we've got these trilliums. This is the one that's most advanced. He's not flowering yet, but he will do. There's one there. There's several of them in here. So that's it, really. That's the garden. Background to the front of the lawn. Ruby's enjoying the sunshine there. I don't know where Bud is. He's probably laying on his bed. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed the tour. Please subscribe, like or dislike, and I'll catch up with you later. Bye for now.